You ever say something in the heat of the moment and instantly wish you could take it back? Yeah, that was me. I don't even know where to start because it feels like I made one of the biggest mistakes of my life. But I have to own it, right? I'm Emily. I'm 28, and until last week, I thought I had it all figured out. I thought I knew what I wanted, who I was with, and the future I was building. But then I said those words, and everything shattered. See, I've been with Mark for almost 3 years. We met at work. He was funny, charming, always made me laugh. We clicked right away. He's the kind of guy who would do anything for you. He's got a good heart, really. But I guess I never fully appreciated how much he really cared about me. Or maybe I just didn't see how his love was different. We'd talked about getting married for a while, but I'd always brushed it off. Not because I didn't love him, but because I wasn't sure I was ready. I kept thinking, when it's the right time, he'll know what to do, and I'll know what I want. But honestly, the more I thought about it, the more I started imagining what that moment would look like. And in my head, I knew exactly what I wanted. I'd dreamed about the perfect ring for years, something that would make me feel like I was finally getting what I deserved. I dropped hints here and there, shown him pictures of rings on Pinterest, told him I loved classic solitaire diamonds, something elegant and timeless, but I didn't just want any ring. I wanted something that would show how much he valued me, how much we meant to each other, and I wanted something that reflected our future, our potential. But when Mark finally popped the question, I was shocked. We were at a family dinner. It was just the two of us, a few close relatives. It wasn't anything fancy, but it was supposed to be meaningful. We were sitting on the couch, and suddenly he pulled out a little black box. My heart stopped. It felt like one of those moments you wait for your whole life. He opened it, and there it was, a ring. My first reaction was to smile, to feel that excitement. But the moment my eyes locked onto it, a pit formed in my stomach. It wasn't anything like what I'd pictured. It wasn't even close. The diamond was small, way smaller than I imagined. The band wasn't shiny or polished like I had in mind. It looked cheap. And you know what? It wasn't even the price of it. I could have cared less about that. It was more about what the ring represented, or more accurately, what it didn't represent. I stared at it, and I couldn't hide how I felt. Mark was so excited, his eyes shining with hope, waiting for me to say yes. But all I could think was, what did this mean? Was this it? It was as if this ring didn't match the kind of commitment I'd been envisioning. So in that moment, I just blurted out, Mark, I'm sorry, but this ring is cheap. It's embarrassing. I can't wear this. Take it back. The look on his face was like a punch in the gut. He froze. His smile faded, and in its place, there was this sadness I hadn't expected. I thought you'd like it. I thought it was perfect for you, he said, his voice cracking a little. I tried to backtrack, tried to soften it, but the words had already been said. I couldn't take them back. I couldn't erase the look of hurt in his eyes. It felt like the whole room was suffocating. I didn't realize what I'd done until later that night. When I got home, all I could do was think about the look on his face, how I'd just crushed something so important to him. He was so proud, so happy, and I just shut him down. The next few days, everything felt off. Mark seemed distant, quieter than usual. I tried to act normal, but how could I? I'd completely ruined the moment. He tried talking to me about it, but I just avoided the conversation, too embarrassed to admit what I'd done. He kept asking if I was okay, but how could I be? I had turned his dream into my nightmare. And then the worst part came. One morning, he came home after work. He'd been out all day, and when he walked through the door, I could tell something had changed. He wasn't his usual self. Emily, he said, his voice low, I've been thinking. Maybe we're not on the same page about this whole thing. My stomach dropped. I couldn't breathe. I knew what was coming, but I didn't know if I was ready to hear it. I can't do this, he continued. I can't keep pretending like this is the right fit if you're going to keep rejecting everything I try to give you. I wanted to say something, anything to fix it, but I couldn't. I'd already destroyed it all with my words. He told me he needed space, that maybe he wasn't the right person for me. He said he wasn't sure if we could move forward after everything. I begged him to stay, tried to explain that it wasn't about the ring, that I was just hurt and confused. But it was too late. The damage had been done. He handed me the ring, still sitting there in its little black box, and said he couldn't keep it anymore. I'm sorry, Emily, but I can't be with someone who doesn't value what I'm offering," he said. And with that, he walked out. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to fix this, how to make him see that I didn't mean it, that I wasn't being shallow. But the truth is, I was. I was shallow, selfish. I let my own insecurities and expectations get in the way of what should have been the happiest moment of my life. Mark called me later that night, after I'd spent hours crying. He said he'd thought about it all day and he didn't think we were right for each other anymore. And just like that, everything was over. I realized then what I'd done. I couldn't take back the ring, and I couldn't take back the words I'd said. I'd ruined something good. And for what? Because I thought I deserved better? Because I wanted the perfect ring, the perfect proposal? I don't even know if Mark will ever talk to me again, and I don't know if I can forgive myself for what I did. But I know this much. I'll never forget how I let my pride and expectations get in the way of love. I won't make that mistake again.